and I knew a lot about the organisation. I'd been watching them from afar, and then when I'd had a conversation with Orla, who owns the business, I had been just so amazed at the quality of the product and the offering that they had. I suppose initially, as someone who runs a social enterprise, I wasn't sure that we could afford that level of product. So it's fantastic to be sitting here today talking about this collaboration. I think all organisations need to be interested in looking at this initiative, and as an organisation, as a social enterprise, we want to be leading the way. We don't want to be waiting for things to happen before we start to react. We want to be looking at good practice, and we want to be keeping our organisation safe, and we want to be educating and training our staff up to the highest possible level. We thought this was a perfect way to deliver and bring in high quality training into our organisation in a way that we could afford it. We are delighted to have access to this high leveled training from Briefed. The general conversation is that we needed it, that we really, really value it, and it's changing behaviours in the organisation and changing the conversation. One of the most important parts of this conversation, this collaboration, is that it became a conversation between Briefed and Now Group about how we do business together. This is about us saying we are doing amazing work and we are delivering social value to over 2,000 disabled people a year, but we need help keeping ourselves compliant, training our staff and making sure that we're, leading the way. We as an organisation have access to top level qualified barristers to give us advice about how we protect our organisation. We couldn't have thought about that before. We certainly wouldn't have thought we could have afforded it. So the model of the Honesty Box creates that opportunity for us to have the very best service.
I'm thrilled to announce that we have just launched the Briefed Honesty Box initiative. This is an initiative within our business that we have launched specifically for third sector organisations and social enterprises to help them reduce risk within their organisation and support all of the good work that they do. This initiative has been launched off the back of 20 years working in the legal sector and understanding that often social enterprises and charities just can't actually afford the level of quality and assistance that they require to support all of the work that they do. To date, we have trained more than 70 members of Maeve's team, and that training is to different standards. Some of it's entry level and some of it's certification level, depending on the role played within the business, which is really important to help meet the requirements of the legislation. The training that we're working with the Now Group on is available and will be rolled out over the next 3 years. We have specifically rolled out online training to make it effective to a diverse working team. We specifically include real life stories and help make this training fun and possibly a little bit scary to help change behaviours. The training will help educate all team members around where risks of data breaches are in their day-to-day working life. It will help them handle a data breach should it happen. It will help them understand the really dire consequences to the organisation and to themselves. So the entire impetus for the training is essentially to help make people the first line of defence within any organisation, that they handle data better, that they handle mistakes better, and that ultimately risk is reduced.
I think the Honesty Box campaign is a fabulous initiative, particularly for organisations in our sector. We have GDPR issues like everybody else, and in fact at times I think we have more as we deal with a lot of sensitive data. So just over 70 staff in our organisation have either just taken the training or in the process of doing that, and we have some of the managers going through the training at certification level. As a data protection officer, this training is a real benefit for me because it gives me assurance that the training has been devised and delivered by real professionals. The feedback from our staff taking the training has been really positive, and I do think they've taken more heed of the training coming from an external organisation. One of the advantages for me from this training was the fact that it's offered on a number of levels. Now Group is really proud to be the first organisation to avail of this really excellent training from Briefed through the Honesty Box campaign. Definitely recommend other organisations in the community, voluntary and social enterprise sector to take up this opportunity.
We're really excited to have launched the Honesty Box initiative. It's available to charities both throughout the UK and the Republic of Ireland. For more information, go to our website getbriefed.com.